Here we go. That's my voice. Can I get vocal on you real quick, Craig?
Check, check, test, test. Hello.
That sounds good. And then can I get the guitar again? For some reason, I wasn't picking it up. Why?
Oh, for some reason I'm not turned up.
All right.
Got to turn it down.
There we go. All right, front bumper is officially on. We're going to drop off into this camera one in just a second here. I'll give you a countdown. How you feeling, buddy?
Feeling good.
You feeling good?
What's the format here? Are you going to interview me or what?
Yeah, it's actually, we roll dice, and when you lose over under, you take off an article of clothing.
Sweet.
And we're live. There we go. Hey, put your hands together, guys. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Local Sets ATX. We are joined today with the fantastic Sugar Ransom and Craig Bowen. First up, Craig, how are you, buddy? How you feeling?
Feeling good. I like being here.
We got that. Can we just tilt you a little bit? Can't you either left or right, either way? Yeah, there we go. Just because of the microphone's glowing. It's blocking your face, the light. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing this, man. This is great. How many songs did you bring for us this evening?
I brought 7. That's all I know.
Those are the only songs that's the only song you know.
That's it.
Let's get into the first 2 songs. We're going to do back-to-backs tonight, and then we're going to cut into the Q&A section of the show. What is the first 2 songs that you brought for us, buddy?
So the first one's called "Shelter in the Miles." It was one of the first songs that I wrote and recorded, and then the second one is a really different song called "Don't Mess with Texas" that I wrote just not too long ago and recorded and released. It was actually my last release, I think.
Okay.
2 releases ago.
You said "Shelter in the Miles" and then "Don't Mess with Texas"?
Don't Mess with Texas.
Okay. All right, over to you for those 2. I'm going to zip it, and then we'll come back to it in just a second. Whenever you're ready.
There's salt in my eyes, leaving you in San Antonio behind. So I headed for the coast, it's the only place my soul feels right. And I tried 100 times to call and tell you I didn't mean to leave you all alone. But the more I drive, the more I realize I'm never coming home. There was dust in my eyes in the rear view, watching Daddy wave goodbye. I never thought I'd need him like I do now, and I don't know why. But life takes us farther than we could ever know, and cuts like a river cuts through stone. Oh, I'm sorry, Mom, I'm never coming home. 'Cause my home is where life leads me. My heart got left behind. This road keeps on forgiving. There's shelter in my. There was a prayer in my eyes. Church closed up behind me one last time. It's not that I don't believe, I just don't believe in all the lies. If there's ever been a God, if fire and brimstone. He ain't seen the sins I call my own. And I hope he doesn't think I'm never coming home. So my home is where life leads me. And my heart got left behind. And this road keeps on forgiving. There's shelter in the mind. So my home is where life leads me. My heart got left behind. This road keeps on forgiving. There's shelter in the miles. There's shelter in the miles. All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, hey.
It's a song about leaving and never coming back. But hopefully on the way to something better.
We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it afterwards.
All right, this one's called Don't Mess with Texas. Well, I was having drinks with a friend the other night, and he asked me where I'd go to find the right woman. And I thought, man, I don't know. My success rate is kind of low. This is what I told her. I fell in love in LA. It was okay. And Denver wasn't bad. Savannah was charming. Miami was alarming. But of all the love I've had, stay out of Abilene. She cut me the ball. Houston ain't any better. If it weren't for Fort Worth, I'd still have a home. Corpus calls, I don't answer. I know you don't know what's next, but don't mess with Texas. Yeah, I've been overseas, Paris and Italy. I just couldn't get enough. I'm back to where I belong. I was born to sing these Lone Star songs. If you wanna find true love, Stay out of Abilene, she cut me the bone. Used to name any better. If it weren't for foreign work, I'd still have a home. When Corpus calls, I don't answer. I know you don't know what's next. Don't mess with Texas. If you wanna know where I'd go to fall in love, I wouldn't know where to start. 'Cause I've been around, man, and I'll tell you, only one place broke my heart. Stay out of Abilene, she cut me the bone. Used to name any better. Work for foreign work, I'd still have a home. Corpus calls, I don't answer. I know you don't know what's next. Man, I wish you the best, but don't mess with Texas. Oh, don't mess with Texas.
Yeah! Woo! Woo-hoo! Yeah! So it turns out you're really good. That's amazing, man. Holy smokes. I don't listen to anyone's music before they come on the show, as I've said a gazillion times, but you really have the country thing down. Those are beautiful songs. Don't Mess with Texas belongs in like a Taylor Sheridan as like the opening credits.
That's the goal.
As like the opening credits, dude, that would be incredible. Like that for the Texas Oil Man, whatever that show's called now.
Yeah, there you go. Landman.
Landman. Sorry, I've got a goldfish brain. I can't remember anything. Where do you hail from in the world? Are you from Texas?
Yeah, I'm from West Texas, out between Abilene and Lubbock, kind of on the southern Texas plains, where the tornadoes are taller than the trees.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely.
That's wild, man. What? When did you come to the Austin, Texas? What brought you here?
So I went to Texas A&M, gig 'em, and I've always wanted to live in Austin. So as soon as I could get here, I got here, and I've really always had just a thing for this city, and the music, the comedy, the food, all those things drew me here, and I've been here for, I guess, 13, 14 years now. So.
Oh wow! So you caught the madness of all of the all the things.
Yeah, I think I got here 40 years too late, but I still enjoyed it. Yeah, still loving it.
You said Shelter in the Miles was about leaving.
Yeah,
talk a little
originally
about
that song was titled "Never Coming Home," and that's kind of the gist of the song. And we retitled it "Shelter in the Miles" later on, but the song was called "Never Coming Home," and each verse is about leaving some part of your existence. The first verse was about leaving marriage. The second verse is about leaving mom and dad, leaving home, and the third verse is about re-understanding religion and those sorts of things, and kind of leaving that a little bit. And so, yeah, it's a song about exploring and going and figuring out what's out there, but instead of just sticking around for the status quo.
so that's a lot of leaving.
Yeah.
Family, religion, and mom and dad. Are those specifically moments in your life that you were writing about in that song?
I didn't start out. I thought of those things when I was writing. I remember the day I wrote it. I started thinking about things that one could leave and never come back to. And then I wrote the song, and then I was like, oh, crap, that's about me. And I didn't know that it was when I wrote it. And then I was like, oops.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What have I done?
Yeah, so then it became a little more special, I guess.
Dude, it's a beautiful song. It's
Thank you.
very, very well written, and your voice is dope. It's got, I mean, you really have the whole country thing nailed. Like, it's
you. Yeah.
really, really good,
I
man.
wish I could write another kind of music and sing it, but when I open my mouth, that's what comes out, and there's just no way.
Hey.
I'm not going to be a death metal guy. It's not
That's
gonna
totally
happen.
fine. Be authentically yourself, man.
Yeah.
That's what in a world that's like dripping in inauthentic everything. I think people are longing for authenticity in any form. And then "Don't Mess with Texas." Where did that whole thing come from? That's a great song.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs that I've written. And the funny thing is, if I can just be totally honest, as a songwriter, I was cooking dinner for my kids. That conversation came into my head of two guys talking about, like, you know, where you'd go, where's the dating scene good, you know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the one guy's like, don't stay here. This state screwed me all up. And it has nothing to do with me at all. I picked all the cities randomly. I've been to all of them, but I didn't fall in love in any of them. It just kind of came about. I actually served my kids their dinner. I was like, Daddy's got to write something down on the guitar, so y'all just sit here and I'm going to do this.
Really?
Yeah. It was just one of those songs that doesn't come from anywhere personal. My fiance's sitting over here, and I actually texted her, and I said, "Where's the most romantic place you've been in the world?" And that Paris and Italy line that's in the second verse came from her text. She was like, "Paris and Italy," and I'm like, "Perfect."
There you
I'm gonna
go.
put that in there. So co-writer Kate Barton.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's great,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, those are wonderful songs. So you're from Texas. You
Yep.
got to Austin a few years back now. What are you doing here right now? Where can people come see you play? Like, let's plug some stuff that you're doing.
Yeah, so I'm playing a lot of private events right now. I've played the last 3 years. I've played out on the road a lot, and I've pared that down. I really wanted to focus on writing more songs and craft and getting better at that craft, recording a lot more, and so the next 5 or 6 weeks, I've got events, mostly private, that I'm playing at. But I don't play locally in Austin too much, honestly.
Man,
So I
that's
need
wild.
Yeah, I need to fix that.
Yeah, you really need. Yeah, we
Absolutely.
need to get you out in the Austin market here, man. You're
sure.
fantastic. Well, you have something coming up in July, right?
Yeah,
yeah. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so July 5th at Sovereignty Ranch in Bandera, Texas. It's their post-July 4th party that they're having out there. Bandera throws a big shindig on July 4th, and then this thing on July 5th is a big pig roast and rodeo kind of thing.
Pig roast and rodeo. Count me in.
Yeah,
I'll see
we're
you there.
calling it hair of the hog because hopefully everybody will recover from their 4th of July thing. And then July 19th, I'm up in Dallas. The 26th, I'm at the Taylor Tavern, which is in Driftwood. It's a private venue, or not a private venue. It's in a guy's backyard, and he hosts musicians. It's called the Taylor Tavern. The guy's name's Larry Taylor, and he hosts musicians at his home in his little kind of backyard venue. That's amazing. It's
Shout out to Larry Taylor. That's pretty cool.
poolside. Yeah, it's awesome. So that'll be on the 26th. So.
Awesome, man. What I was going to ask you, and then I have Goldfish Brain, which is why I take notes. Oh, yes. When did you first get your first guitar? Like, when did you get into music? How long have you been doing this?
Interestingly, this is the first acoustic guitar that I ever purchased, and I didn't even buy it. I think my parents or my uncle did, one or the other. But I bought this guitar in Lubbock, Texas in 1999 or 98, and it's been my only acoustic guitar of my life. I've written every song. I've played around so many campfires. This guitar has gotten left out in the rain. It's been drug all over the world. I grew up in my college years. I lived on ranches and was kind of alone a lot. And this guitar has been around countless campfires and lots of studios and lots of venues and bars. Maybe one of the most traveled guitars for an amateur musician ever.
Do you remember did you remember how old you were when you got it?
I was 13, maybe.
Oh my God! So you've had this for a minute.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Do you have other guitars?
I do.
Okay.
I do, but I just keep playing this one.
Well, if it's not broke, don't fix
so,
it, right?
Yeah, I have a lot of electric guitars, but this is the only acoustic that I really use. I stole an acoustic from Kate that I use for recording, but it doesn't plug in, so I use this one for gigging.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great, man. Also, a very important question. This tells us a lot about a person, so I ask in every show. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Oh, man, probably cookies and cream, honestly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I think Bluebell cookies and cream if I had to take it to a desert island,
Yeah. Takers for cookies and cream in the audience? What do you guys think? Yeah, a couple?
Yeah.
That didn't seem very enthusiastic. I don't
didn't.
know.
They-
No,
well,
I don't know if we have.
You can't pick your friend's taste in ice cream.
You guys didn't even do a good job of mailing in excitement. That
They
was
didn't.
you guys could do better than that. You guys can do better than that. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get to the next couple songs that we have here. What are the next two songs you have, buddy?
Well, the next one I'm going to play is called "The Hardest Thing," and it's kind of about relationships. And then we've got a really fun fantasy song called "Coyotes Cry."
Hardest Thing and Coyotes Cry. Over to you whenever you are ready.
Leaving Austin again, rain's moving in, windshield's cracked and dusty from my time out on the road. The hardest thing I'll ever do is drag myself away from you and leave you in the bedroom, covered up all alone. I'll be coming back real soon, beneath the light of a harvest moon. I pray you believe in me like I believe in you. Leaving always feeling like sinning. I'll catch you on the other side, grinning just like we always do. Here we go again, might as well just give in. 'Cause I ain't gotta be right all the time. The hardest thing I'll ever do is drag myself back to you. I could drive this truck away, leave it all behind. 'Cause I'll be coming back real soon, beneath the light of a harvest moon. I pray you believe in me like I believe in you. Leaving always feels like sinning. I catch you on the other side, grinning just like we always do. There's times we both could quit. We both know we never get over it. So I'll be coming back real soon, beneath the light of a harvest moon. I pray you believe in me like I believe in you. Leaving always feels like sinning. Catch you on the other side, grinning just like we always do. Leaving always feels like sinning. Catch you on the other side, grinning just like we always do.
Yeah. Woo!
Hey,
Gotta watch those vocals, buddy. Beautiful song.
thank you. I'm scared of this highway and where it might lead. so far, it's just taking you farther from me. You're tired of this city getting you down. Honey, I don't even know why you're still around. Let's move to the desert where the coyotes cry on the bank of a river. And through July we won't ever look back. We'll get back on the track. We can see this old country from the back of our van, and I'll write you a song that don't end so sad. Yeah, we can go there. We can go anywhere. 'Cause all I need is you. Go on, pack up your boots. Baby, let's move. This has always been home for as long as I've known. With you by my side, don't mind if we roam. I just want that sweet smile back on your face. Now fire up the truck, baby, if that's what it takes. Let's move to the desert where the coyotes cry on the bank of a river. Swimming through July, we won't ever look back. We'll get back on the track. We can see this old country from the back of our van, and I'll write you a song that don't end so sad. Yeah, we can go there. We can go anywhere. 'Cause all I need is you. Go on, pack up your boots. Baby, let's move. Let's move to the desert where the coyotes cry on the bank of a river. Swim through July, we won't ever look back. We'll get back on track. And we can see this old country from the back of our van, and I'll write you a song. Don't end so sad. Yeah, we can go there. We can go anywhere. 'Cause all I need is you. Go on, pack up your boots. Baby, let's move to the desert where the coyotes cry.
Yeah.
Make a lot of noise for just one guy.
It's what my wife tells me. I don't know if it's a compliment, to be honest with you.
It is for me, probably not for her.
Dude, your music's great, man. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. When did you first perform? What was your first performance in the world? When did this whole thing happen for you?
Well, I started playing piano when I was 5 years old, and I performed a lot until I was about 18. And then I started playing acoustic and more and stopped playing piano when I went to college. I didn't start writing songs and start gigging actively as an adult until about 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this is remarkable, man. You have so you have such a stage presence, and like, yeah, I feel like you've been doing this for like 20 years. Like,
Yeah.
you feel really like you feel solid as an artist and as a performer.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What-
I'm winging it.
Well, it's like so you've been playing for a couple years now. Where's like one of your favorite places that you've played?
Oh man, one of my favorite venues is East River 9 in Houston. It's in a golf course, but the stage is elevated and the backdrop is the skyline of Houston at night. And it's
Oh,
so
that's pretty
sick.
dope.
Yeah, I played a couple of really cool places in Fort Worth. Tulips in Fort Worth is cool. Had some really good times there. But yeah, Bar 414 in San Antonio. That's always a good one.
Okay.
Good time.
Do you have favorite places in Austin that you've played?
Have I played? Yeah. Like I don't know. I played the Salt Lick a bunch, but I just really haven't played that many venues here in Austin.
Man, we got to get you into the Austin world, man. You need to be in the universe here. It's like
I don't know if I've ever played a gig inside the city limits. Yeah, I play at a lot of private events on like ranches and stuff, but I really did like here in Austin. Like, yeah.
So wait, is this your first time playing in downtown Austin?
I think. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, there's
100%.
that's great. I love that. Yeah, you guys can applaud that. Hell yeah. Absolutely worth it, man. You're phenomenal. You're phenomenal. If you could have dinner with anyone in the world, living or dead, let's get crazy. But don't say anything too weird. But you can say something weird. Dinner with anyone, alive or dead, who would it be?
Bernie Taupin,
Bernie Taupin?
Elton John's songwriter.
Oh, that would be okay. Invite me to that dinner. That would be wild.
Yep. I've wanted to meet that guy forever. He's phenomenal.
He's got some good songs.
Got some good stories. Good songs, good stories.
Oh, I can only imagine. Yeah, especially back in that day.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. No one's ever said that before. That's amazing. What are you doing when you're not playing guitar and singing, doing this whole thing? What are your hobbies? Tell us about you, man.
You know, I've been blessed with a cool career. I work for landowners. I'm a country artist, but I also kind of live that life. Like I'm a landowner consultant. I'm a wildlife biologist.
Wait, what? Wait, what? You're a wildlife biologist?
Yep.
Whoa, I did not see that coming. What is that? What does that even mean? I'm an idiot. Tell me more.
You know, I help landowners make their land more productive, make their land better for native wildlife. Help them sculpt it so it's kind of like taking a piece of property that's been maybe mistreated because of our modern mismanagement of land and taking it back to how it was supposed to be in 1790 before we got here or whatever.
That's amazing.
And, so I do that. I'm a real estate broker, so I sell some farms and ranches around the state, and do this.
That's incredible. Can you tell me why my tomatoes aren't growing?
No.
Okay, all right.
I was not blessed with the green thumb. I can tell you why you have too many mesquite trees. But not about tomatoes.
Oh man, I have a tomato and a cucumber bush that's doing nothing. Nothing cucumbers, nothing. It's very frustrating.
No, I've tried to garden, and I learned that's one of the things I'm not good at.
Oh, dude, that's so you really are living the country life.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's incredible, man. That's incredible. Do you it's like you just work and then play music?
Yeah, and so my all of my jobs, I also do some hunting outfitting and guiding, and so I spend a lot of time in the desert in the Trans-Pecos of West Texas, about 3 months a year actually, out in Marathon, Alpine, Marfa, that country. And when I'm out there, I write my not my best, I would say, but I get my ideas when I'm out there, and something about the desert really is inspiring. And so all of the things that I do, including music, go together. Not only the inspiration and the travel, the windshield time, the getting to think, getting to see different things, but the networking too. The people that I meet out on those remote places are inspiration for the things that I do, but they also support music, and they like to listen to the kind of music that I play. So it all kind of works hand in hand.
That's wild. So, what are your hobbies? Like, seems like you work a lot, but
This
you
is
have
the
to.
main one.
This is the hobby.
Yeah.
This is a hell of a hobby, man. You're really good at your hobby.
What's that? Oh yeah, I do cook. I cook a lot, and so I guess another way that I make money is my private chefing, catering.
Craig, you do everything.
No.
This is incredible.
When somebody says that, I don't fly airplanes, and so that's always my answer. Like, I'm not a pilot yet. But yeah, I love to cook, and so I travel to these same ranches and do a lot of catering stuff. If I had to tell you my hobby is saltwater fly fishing, that's something that I will never
Okay.
turn into I will never monetize that. That's sacred to me. So I fly fish in the saltwater in Texas and all over the world. That's kind of the thing that I do.
That's okay. Also, I feel like there's a pattern of isolation. You like maybe like being alone, where
Yeah,
some ideas come to
absolutely.
you. I get it, man. There's
Yeah.
something about being by yourself. It's
Yeah.
like the muse pops out a little bit easier. It's
Yeah.
not so distracting.
I think that's true.
That's awesome, man. I absolutely. You're a fascinating human being. Hey, here's a question for you. If you could domesticate any animal, as you are a person of the wilds, if you could domesticate any animal, right? Anything, like silverback gorilla, whatever, what would it be?
Some kind of bat, probably.
A bat?
Yeah, I love bats.
Okay. You're getting more fascinating by the question. This is amazing. Bats, you say? Tell me more. Why?
I think they're mammals that fly and they're adorable. Like I don't know,
They
everybody
are-
thinks they're kind of like scary, but they're not. They're
They are
so cute.
actually, they're very cute.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Bats are oddly adorable. A lot of people don't think that, but what kind of bat would you
I
domesticate?
don't know, probably a native one because I like native wildlife, like a Mexican free-tailed bat. You know, they're only like that big. Those are the ones we have in Austin under the bridge.
Under the bridge.
Yeah.
I tried to get some people to do that today, and
I want one
they
as a
said
pet,
no.
but
Yeah.
no. Well, you know who says no is the fiance.
There you go. Well, it smells like guano. That's why. It
Right.
doesn't smell great. I will say that. Dude, you're an amazing human being. I love this. We have to. Let's go to 2 more songs, and then we have a wide shot here, which is as people saw. I had to change batteries, so I was doing a little zhuzhing on the cameras. But we're going to have a piano song that we're going to end with. But the next 2 songs that we have, 2 more guitar tracks for us. What are those tracks that you have for us?
The first one's called "Had Me at Goodbye,"
Had Me at Goodbye.
and the second one is called "Unpull the Trigger."
Unpull the Trigger. All right. Do you want to tell us anything about these beforehand?
You know, "Had Me at Goodbye" is just a funny one that I wrote because that "Had Me at Hello" line from whatever movie that was so famous, and I was like, well, what if you really wanted to get out of that relationship, and it was "Had Me at Goodbye"? Sounded like a better idea. "Unpull the Trigger" is a really dark song, which is why I kind of saved it till the end. But it's kind of evaluating, some hard decisions in life. Let's put it that way.
Okay. All right, we'll leave it there. Over to you, buddy, whenever you're ready.
Cool, thank you. You packed up your things before I noticed and got in your car. You said something about leaving, you don't want to live here no more. To be honest, I wasn't listening. To be honest, it ain't the first time I've let you walk out in my mind. You had me at goodbye. You had me leaving. If you really go, I can start breathing. Let's start tonight. Let's stop bleeding. I don't want to fight. You had me at goodbye. Just so you know, I was hoping you'd make the first play. I would have already left, but we both know I ain't that brave. And I'm sorry it ain't like we planned it. And I'm sorry it came down to this. There's nothing here that we'll miss. You had me at goodbye. You had me leaving. If you really go, I can start breathing. Let's start tonight. Let's stop bleeding. I don't want to fight. You had me and goodbye. You had me and goodbye. You had me leaving. If you really go, I can start grieving. Let's start tonight. Let's stop bleeding. I don't want to fight. You had me and goodbye. Don't want to fight. You had me and goodbye. Thank you. Unpull the trigger. Whiskey breath and red tail lights. I'm heading home and I don't know why. I finally found the end of that white line. Wasn't what I had in mind. She warned me once, I remember what she said. Boy, you're running too far ahead. If you don't slow down, you're gonna wake up dead. I remember what she said. You can't undo them things you did. Put the devil back in the bottle. You can't derail that midnight train when it's at full throttle. Put the smoke back in them cigarettes. You can't take back those words you said. Once you're dead, it's too late. Stop the grave digger, and you can't unpull that trigger. Whiskey breath and pale moonlight, still hanging on, still don't know why. I finally found the end of that white line. Wasn't what I had in mind. 'Cause you can't undo them things you did. Put the devil back in the bottle. You can't derail that midnight train when it's at full throttle. Put the smoke back in them cigarettes. You can't take back those words you said. Once you're dead, it's too late. Stop the grave digger, and you can't unpull that trigger. Now the hammer's cocked and the night won't end. Her words are howling on the wind. And you can't undo them things you did. Put the devil back in the bottle. Can't derail that midnight train when it's at full throttle. Put the smoke back in them cigarettes. You can't take back those words you said. Once you're dead, it's too late. Stop the grave digger, and you can't unpull that trigger. Can't undo them things you did. Take back those words you said. Can't stop the grave digger, and you can't unpull that trigger.
Yeah! Ow! Hey, hey! Another batch of great songs. Let's get to the dark one first. We'll unpull the trigger. What was that about, man? It did sound serious.
It is serious.
It sounded it, yeah.
No, that's another co-write with Kate Barton. I think she said one night in our co-studio, she said something about unpull the trigger, and I was like, well, that's got to be a song. And I started thinking about like the bad decisions and the crazy things that I've done or people have done that they want to get away from, and the fact of it is you can't escape yourself. You know, you can't escape life. And so you can't undo any of those things, but you also can't go away. You can't unpull the trigger, and it's just I don't know. It just became a line that I thought about a lot. So
I love it, man. It's a great line.
thank you.
It's a very great line. Credit to Kate, clearly.
Yeah,
right?
actually.
She's the one that's the
I'm gonna have to
lyricist.
split the royalties now, I guess.
What had me at goodbye? What's that about?
You know, yeah, that was just kind of a fun song that came about. I did. It's not one that's personal to me. It's just kind of fun. I was looking for something a little more upbeat. I got that that line from that movie in my head about "Had Me at Hello," and I tend to think about things a little more, I guess, negatively. So I was like, well, what about "Had Me"? You know, we've all been in relationships where when it ends, you're like, oh, thank God that's over. You know, right?
Yeah.
Like. And so I was thinking about this couple button heads, and you're like she's like, I'm leaving, and you're like, cool, God, finally, you know, you had me at goodbye. Just get out, go. So yeah,
Finally, peace
Yeah.
and quiet, lady.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Just before we get to the last song, what's your biggest struggle right now in music pursuits here in the Austin, Texas?
you know, I am looking for bandmates. The biggest thing I want right now is to have a band, to have some people that I can regularly play with, maybe some folks that I can write with, and that's been the hardest thing for the past year, and is just putting that together. I could book a lot of full band shows right now if I had a band to book them with.
Are you aware of two groups here? Jam, joining all musicians. Noelle. Noelle, I'm so sorry. I always forget her last name. I'm an idiot. Noelle and Dan Parsegian are the co-founders of that.
Okay.
It's called Jam, Joining All Musicians. It's literally the purpose of that is to help join musicians. If you're looking for bandmates, if you're looking for engineers, whatever, anybody
Yeah.
that's supporting the music industry, producers. That's one group, and then another group is Music Mixer, which is run by Justin Hahn and Alex. I'm forgetting Alex's last name. Sorry, guys, my brain's not firing tonight. But they have a Music Mixer showcase. They host, I think it's every month or every other month. You basically go perform, and it's a great networking opportunity as well. It's two groups that I would absolutely recommend throwing your hat in the ring on. Those guys are amazing. Both groups super supportive. Met some unbelievably talented people in both, and actually. The reason I know how to use this soundboard is because of Dan Parsegian, who's a sound engineer. He basically took me to school on sound engineering in order to be able to record the show multiple times. So
Nice.
he's a great guy. Both organizations are great. So if you're looking to meet other musicians in Austin, or if anybody's looking to meet musicians in Austin, both great groups, and definitely check them out. And actually, Jam's on the music tickets. They're one of the sponsors that we list as an affiliate group. So definitely check those guys out. I would love to connect you with them if you'd like.
Will do. Thanks, Reed.
Yeah, that'd be great. Last but not least, what are you hoping to get out of coming on a show like this?
You know, I don't get a chance to play a lot of quiet, easy kind of shows. And at first, I was thinking, like kind of listening room audience, that kind of thing. But when you approached me with this opportunity, the fact that I could come and record and just kind of record some live music with friends and in a supportive environment. A really crazy backstory that but for everyone else, you moved this to Black Box Music Academy here, and Ronnie Hall was very instrumental. Who owns the place was very instrumental in getting me into recording my own music. I went to him for some vocal lessons after I wrote my first song that I thought was okay. I wasn't very confident in my voice, so I went to Ronnie through a mutual friend. He introduced me to Matt Melly, who's sitting in the audience here, who's been my producer ever since. And so this is like a trifecta of crazy things that have happened here. For me to be recording this here is just really cool.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
So yeah, those two guys instrumental in, no pun intended, in me being here. So.
Yeah, and also a great pun. So even though you didn't mean to do it.
I'm a dad. I get to make dad jokes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's great. I love it. You could have just left it lay there, and I would have thought it was on purpose. What is the fourth song that you have for us?
It is,
or the fourth part, the last song.
Yeah, no, this one's called Red River. I'm gonna play it on the piano here, and it's another sad breakup song because I love those.
Okay, Red River. We're going to switch over on some cameras here for the audience at home, and I'm going to turn some of your gear off here and turn some other stuff on. Hang on just a second. All right, give me a little bit of the old piano juice. Can I get your vocals real quick before we start?
Yeah, check.
Sounds good.
I can hear what I need to hear.
All right. Do you want to tell us anything about Red River before we get kicked off here? Anything special about it?
Sure. As a songwriter, we get our material from everywhere. Like you might say something, and I'm like, ooh, that needs to be a song or whatever. I was reading an old West history book about Texas history, like the Texas Rangers or something. And this line in this book, the guy kept saying, we crossed such and such river, we crossed such and such river. But he didn't say, when I talk, I would say the Guadalupe River or the Red River or the Pecos River. And he would just say, we crossed Red River, we crossed Guadalupe River, we crossed Pecos River. I thought that vernacular was so odd, and it stuck in my mind. And so I put it into a line of a song and just kept writing it. And this song I wrote this very early on in my songwriting career, and this song became my warm-up song because I didn't think it was very good, and I just didn't want to play it anywhere. I didn't think it was finished, and so I would use it as a vocal and piano warm-up, and I did that for years and years and years. And one night I was in the studio, and I wrote a bridge for it, and the bridge, to me, changed the whole song into something that I wanted to play and record, so that's where it came from.
All right, buddy, over to you for Red River whenever you are ready.
Don't know how I'll survive when you cross Red River. You said you'd leave Texas behind if we couldn't get better. You said you weren't gonna go, time to think it over, but that look on your face, I know, and that tear looks like the Red River. I didn't like it from the start. You can go into your sister. Tulsa's too far apart. Not across that damn river. But you said you weren't gonna go. Just needed time to think it over. And that look on your face, I know. That tear looking like the Red River. Sitting here alone on this Oklahoma line. You can't stay here and I can't go. Can't leave Texas behind. You said you weren't gonna go. Just needed time to think it over. With that look on your face, I know. That tear looking like the Red River. Yeah, that tear looked like the Red River.
Yeah! Yeah, buddy. Dude, that's a great song. That's a great song, man. That's like you should. So the show would start with the opening credits would be "Don't Mess with Texas" on the Taylor Sheridan thing, and then it would end with that. That's how you would end this. Dude, that was great, man.
Thank you.
That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your music and your passions with us. Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Awesome.
You're such a talented guy. I'm so glad this worked out. Before we're out of here, for you, where can people find you in the world? Where can they find your music? I think I put everything in the description. I just want to make sure we.
Yeah, I'm on all the streaming platforms. You know, Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, all those things. Instagram's got a lot of the stuff that I just do for fun in the studio. Facebook's popular, so yeah, wherever.
All the platforms.
Yep.
Well, thank you again for doing this, man. One more time for the Mr. Craig Bowen. Fantastic human being. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for doing this. We're going to throw a little bumper up here, and then we're going to bring the one and only Sugar Ransom onto the show. Give us just a couple of minutes here, guys. coming back in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. We are officially back. Officially back. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Make some crazy, crazy noise for the one and only Sugar Ransom. Yeah! Oh my God! Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm so glad this finally worked out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this is great. I love. I got a chance to hear a little bit of your music during sound check, so I cheated somewhat by hearing your music ahead of time, and it's really
Yes.
great, and I can't wait to hear this. This will be a lot of fun. How many songs did you bring? Are we doing 7 again? 2, 2,
Yeah,
2, 1?
Yep.
Okay, let's do that. What is the first 2 tracks you have for us? We'll get into it, and then I'll annoy you with too many questions.
Cool. Sounds good. I'll try not to be mean. First one's called Apple Tree, and the second one's called Dollar Bin Darlin'.
Dollar Bin Darlin'?
Yeah, but everyone else calls it something else, and you'll see why. But I'm being stubborn.
All right. All right. All right.
Difficult.
All right, over to you for Apple Tree and then Dollar Bin Darlin'.
Apple tree, why'd you grow so high that I can't reach? We used to swear that someday we'd be together just forgot to teach me how to make those roots grow down. So I figured out how to fly. Apple tree, why'd you grow so high that I can't reach? We used to swear that someday we'd be together again. Apple
Yeah.
Thank you. This next song, just a quick introduction because it makes the most sense that way. So I was talking with some people, and we were talking about great trumpet players, and this one guy is like, "Oh my God, I would do anything to be a great trumpet player. I would sell my soul to the devil." And I was just kind of like, "You don't got to do that." You know, you just practice every day for a couple of years, and you'll be pretty good at it, you know. And this guy was offended that he's like, every day, a couple of years. And I was like, yeah, like every day for a couple of years, you'll be pretty good. I mean, probably not the best, but like you'll be pretty good at it. And he was really upset. And it was funny, he had a PhD, so it's like, oh my God, just a couple of years every day. You can figure it out. But I was thinking about it later, and I was like, man, I don't think the devil would even want this guy's soul. You're not even going to work a little bit for it? They say the Lord don't make mistakes. I see floods, fires, earthquakes, and plagues. And it can't be true, 'cause if He made you, He gave me a heart just to watch it break. Now you say you wanna give me your heart and your soul. Honey, that must be some kind of joke. It's never been used. What am I gonna do with a soul somebody's trying to lose? I'm sorry, the devil doesn't want your soul. The devil doesn't want your soul. Good Lord, who's gonna pay for something you can't give away? The devil doesn't want your soul. I had to bribe the ferryman to bring you back from limbo. You wanted to see how far you could go, and it was low, but the 2 coins on your eyes was a one-way price. So now you're gonna have to haunt me where the wind blows. The devil The devil doesn't want your soul, good Lord. Who's gonna pay for something you can't give away? The devil doesn't want your soul. I didn't come here just to cut you down. Neither can I pick you up off the ground. But when the Savior comes to save us and forgive our sins, He won't be digging in the dollar bin. I'm sorry, the devil doesn't want your soul. The devil doesn't want your soul, good Lord. Who's gonna pay for something you can't give away? The devil doesn't want your soul. The devil doesn't want your soul.
Yeah. Woo! Oh my God, I love that song.
Thank you.
That is a great song. Holy smokes, the devil doesn't want your soul. That's like a there's some great lyrics in that. What a way to trash somebody.
Right?
Really something. Actually, real quick before, can you pull the microphone, cant it like 30 degrees that way, and then kind of sing at an angle because we're getting shadow across your face. There, perfect. Sorry, that was my fault. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure you have a clear shot on your face there for the screenshots. Dude, what a great song. Oh, my
Thank you.
God. What a really great song. And your voice is incredible.
Thank you.
Your voice is incredible. It's like haunting and melodic and beautiful. It's really good.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
mean, I thought that's why you booked me. Before I got here, I didn't know that you didn't listen to people. So.
No, I don't. I want to be, it's supposed to be a platform for artists to get their music and their voice in the world. I don't think I should be a gatekeeper for that. So
For sure, yeah.
I feel like my job is to produce the show and to do as good as I can do on this side and to host it, but it should be the audience's job to provide feedback. So in the comment section, if you like what you're hearing, leave us a comment. Tell us that you like it because it's really freaking good. When did you start singing with this voice?
Forever. I don't know. I grew up playing music. So I started playing piano at 5. And
Oh,
everything
okay,
like
wow.
that. So singing was, and I grew up in church, in a Pentecostal church. So singing and like expressiveness, a big part of that.
Yeah, yeah. So singing when you were 5, and then when was that you were performing at that age?
I don't think I started really performing until I was in my 10s or something like that. But yeah.
Okay, so a little bit later,
Yeah.
but that's still pretty young. So you've been performing for at least a couple minutes here.
Mm-hmm.
When was your first like big performance?
I started gigging and stuff when I was 18, 19.
18,
I wouldn't
19?
call any of it a big performance, but I started, playing out and stuff with my guitar.
With your guitar? What's and then where are you from? Did I ask you that yet?
Oh no, you didn't. Well, I was born in Florida, and then I moved. I lived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, for about 14 years when I was a teenager. Became an adult there, and then I moved down here about 7 years ago.
Oh, okay. So you also caught the madness of the Austin expansion.
I followed a man here.
A man, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, I got some booze
I
from
was
the
engaged.
audience. Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! We're getting into it. We're getting into it. No names.
But you know
but we
what?
can
And
get
I
into
also
it.
went to. I was in grad school. I'm also a linguist, but so I'm now divorced, and I left that PhD program. But I was wondering what to do, and I was like, there's like worse places for a songwriter to end up
Yeah.
than Austin.
I mean,
So I
Austin's pretty
decided to stick around until somewhere else starts calling, and so far nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm just staying here,
Just hanging
putting
here.
roots down, just seeing what's happening.
So wait, you said you were a linguist?
Yeah.
Or what is that? What does that mean?
So that's what I was pursuing in academia, but I still do some of it. So it's like looking at languages, like sort of from the like a meta analysis of languages. So I don't learn all of the languages. I mean, I love learning languages. That's really fun. But I was in phonetics and phonology, so sounds in languages and different sound patterns. And I got really into like how those come into songwriting and stuff like that. In the end, leaving the PhD program because I was like, well, songs are what's really important to me anyway.
So wait, do you speak any like crazy? Do you speak like a dead language or something like Sanskrit or anything weird?
I don't speak any dead languages, no, by definition. But I did get really into like old Estonian folk songs. I don't have one prepared for you tonight.
Okay,
but,
you beat me to it because I was absolutely gonna ask.
Don't even. Stop you right there.
Stop you there. Don't be crazy. So how many languages do you speak?
I'm just bilingual English, Spanish,
Okay.
and then I have like little bits and pieces of other languages that I kind of study and translate and stuff like that.
What's the coolest language you've ever studied?
I mean, Estonian is pretty cool. It has, and the whole Finnish language family, because Estonian is like a sister to Finnish. Yeah, they've got 3. There's lots of cool vowels that we don't get in English, so those are fun. And there's 3 lengths, so you can have a short, long, and extra long vowel, and that will change the meaning of a word.
Oh, whoa.
And same thing with consonants. So
I was in Iceland years ago, and
very cool language
it's
also.
an amazing language. But
Yeah.
the street signs, they'd have like a sign, and it would be like it's a normal street sign, like our size, but there would be 70,000 letters on the street sign,
Yeah.
these tiny little fonts, and I couldn't say anything. I couldn't tell. Like my ear doesn't know when a word ends and
Yeah.
another one starts. It's such a confusing language. It's a beautiful language. I just couldn't
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah, it would take practice for you. You could learn that.
I could
Just
learn
so you
that,
could know. Just
but
so
I'm
you
not
know.
going to put in the time, so the devil doesn't want
But
my
you
soul.
could.
So there you go.
The devil doesn't want your soul.
Yeah. He doesn't want these lazy souls.
Right, you got to put in the work, but you could learn it.
There you go. What's on your playlist when you're not playing music? What are you listening to?
Oh, a bunch of stuff. I was just listening to like random, I collect random vinyl and stuff like that from thrift stores that I find. I really like Sister Rosetta Tharpe.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the, I guess, inspiration. And new stuff too. I'm really into Nick Cave, Leonard Cohen, all different types of rock and roll and dark preachers and, just.
Oh, the gritty stuff.
Yeah,
love it.
I like good music mainly. If it's good, I'm gonna listen to it
There you go.
more than once.
More than once. Actually, there's a great question. What are you currently listening to over and over again right now? Like, what are you listening to on repeat?
There's this band, Pleasure Club,
Okay.
that I love. They released these 2 albums in about 2004, 2005, and they're both really good. I can guarantee I'll have a good time listening to those albums.
I'm writing it down. Pleasure Club. I have not heard their music, but I want to
It's
hear
super
the music.
good.
What is one thing that we should know about you that we don't currently know about you?
I don't know how to answer that.
All right, let's start with hobbies first. What are you doing when you're not playing music? What are you doing?
Trying to get gigs and play more music. I do some visual art.
Well, tell us about that. What do you mean visual art?
Well, I've got these posters here that I printed for a tour that I just went on. It was a better idea. It packed better because I took the train. Packed better than T-shirts because with T-shirts you got to do all the sizes and have more than one of each size and all of that. So I just did a screen print, but I did a run of screen prints on just paper. Packed them right into my bag, and it was easy peasy. So I like printmaking. I paint as well. Just
Read my mind. Audience members, this is awesome. How do you make this? Screen printing?
Yeah.
And then is there a significance to the key and the feather?
Yeah, so it's the tour that I went on. I named it the Bone, Dust, Void tour. So there's a bone on there. The feather is to represent dust, and then the key is the key to the void.
Ooh, you found it. You found
the
You
key
found
to the void. It's
you found
on
the
my
key.
poster. I painted it. It's trapped.
It's trapped permanently. Dude, that's awesome. I wish I had any talent visually with any type of
Don't
physical.
you do film?
Well, I mean, I meant physically, like with art. I
Oh,
do,
okay.
yes. But the art, like drawing, I have a buddy of mine that's like,
Yeah.
it's such a space alien talent to me. So anybody that can do anything with physical manual art is incredible. I wish I could do it. I
Super
just
fun,
can't do
yeah.
it. All right, let's get to a couple more of your songs here. What is song number 3 and 4 that you're going to be playing for us this evening?
The number 3 is a song called This Guitar, and then number 4 is called Save Me the Waltz.
Save Me the And is this guitar written about that guitar?
You'll have to see. We got a surprise. You got to listen to the lyrics.
All right. Fair enough. All right, I'll zip it over to you for your next couple songs whenever you're ready.
You call me every time I feel like fighting, and you stay at my side even when I'm wrong. Though I know it ain't right, I can stay out every night, and in the morning you still greet me with a song. Oh, there is something in the way that you move me. When I hold your body right up next to mine, oh, there is nothing in this world as sweet or soothing. A guitar beats a man every time. This guitar beats a man to hold in your hand. If you pick it up, it'll never let you down. Though the songs will make you cry, it'll never tell a lie. This guitar beats a man every time. People say I'm crazy, say that I'm trifling. Yeah, they treat me like I'm guilty of some crime. They say I should get a life, I should be somebody's wife. Yeah, this guitar beats a man every time. This guitar beats a man to hold in your hand. If you pick it up, it'll never let you down. Though the songs will make you cry, it'll never tell a lie. Yeah, this guitar beats a man. This guitar beats a man. This guitar beats a man to hold in your hand. this guitar beats a man every time. I dabble. I do all types of rock and roll, country, western. All right, this next song's about, I wrote it for Zelda Fitzgerald, who was married to F. Scott Fitzgerald. You all probably had to read The Great Gatsby in high school. Well, she wrote her, she was a painter, a dancer, and a writer. He published her diary, but then when she wrote her own version of This Side of Paradise, which is about their shared lives together, he sued her for plagiarism. And she died, she was institutionalized, and she died because she was strapped onto the table for electroshock therapy, and a fire broke out. She was identified by her shoes. So this is called Save Me the Waltz. This man published my diary, called me a liar. He's everything that a woman don't need. Then he calls me hysterical, egomaniacal, colors my thoughts with electricity. Then he papers me in to amuse, gets me to thank him for giving me use. All this I'd forgive him on just one condition: that save me the waltz, save me the waltz, save me the waltz. You act like it's my fault, you don't care enough to save me the waltz. My sanity licks every page, but it's only a taste. I got cheap imitations and no publications except in his name, and it's almost a shame, but we paid for the room with a view. Put a lien on my soul, I'll collect from the moon. All this I'd forgive him on just one condition: that save me the waltz. I said save me the waltz, save me the waltz. Act like it's my fault, you don't care enough to save me the waltz. Now you lie in my bed, claim to be my desire, while I am the one whose limbs are on fire. While you fuck all my friends, if I have any left, you just drink yourself down to Alexorcist death. Paper me into a room, get me to thank you for digging my tomb. All this I'd forgive him on just one condition: that save me the waltz,
you're a very talented person.
Oh, thank you.
Those are great songs. Those are great songs. Save Me the Waltz. You're also very charming when you're talking about something very dark at the very top of that story. Do you want to talk about this guitar a little bit?
Sure,
Was that based off of some personal experience?
I used to go to these songwriting events up in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, and this was one that two of my friends had started, and two very talented friends, James Hall and Kate Vargas. They'd started it together, and Kate had to run off, and they were like just a couple of lines short of being done, and James thought that Kate would be all right if I helped him finish it, so I did.
There you go.
Yeah.
Was it so? It was that there wasn't anything personal that you wrote about. It's a really fun song.
I mean, it's like I identified with it. I mean, that's why I was
Yeah.
able, But no, I mean, and Kate is also, Kate and James both, like they're both, traveling all over playing the guitar. So it's just something we all kind of get. But no specific story. No.
It's a really fun song.
Thank you.
It's really funny. Like
I once I played it for a lover. It was like way too early to do something like this, but I like made it seem like I had kind of written him a song already. The look on his face, he was mortified until I got to the,
Yeah.
this guitar beats a man part, and then
Yeah.
then he realized it was funny.
Oh my
We
God.
had a good laugh.
Until then, he might have been slightly amused. What about Save Me the Waltz? That was just based off of that part in history, or was there any?
Yeah. I
So-
mean, I've also been in. I started playing guitar because I grew up playing music, but I played piano and then I played bass. But I was put into one of those troubled teen homes, which was awful, and they tortured us. But there was a guitar there, and there was a piano, but someone would be using it. You know what I mean? So that's where I started. We had very limited free time, so if someone's on the piano, I was going to be on that guitar figuring it out, and that's where I started. But I think, Zelda, her story, sometimes she had a lot of privilege for women at her time, but at the same time, it's like, man, it was just very easy for her partner to lock her away.
Just yeah.
Just be like, she's crazy.
It's a very bizarre story in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the things that we used to do, like the leeches and all kinds of weird stuff, bloodletting.
Yeah.
It's
And still do, some things
shock,
today,
shock therapy.
Yeah.
Very bizarre, weird things. Well, they used to prescribe cigarettes when people had a cough. They're like, 9 out of 10 doctors use menthol camos, and it's like,
Right.
what are you?
Like,
What? Like,
what?
is that a real advertisement?
Like,
Also,
for
why do you
real.
talk like that? It's a very, very bizarre time. The history of the world is so incredibly strange. I do have to ask, because I ask everybody, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
That's tough. I really like chocolate, but if there could be extra chocolate and if there could also be peanut butter in there, I would be set.
Chocolate, extra chocolate, and peanut butter?
Yeah,
Let me
like
ask
if there's
you-
like a good peanut butter swirl and then maybe some hot fudge on top of it, like a dark chocolate with a peanut butter swirl and then hot fudge would be really good for
Do
me.
you ever do magic shell where it's like it gets hard?
That can
on
be
the
fun
inside?
sometimes too. I
That's-
also like that.
Yeah, I think that's made of black magic and unicorn souls. It's too
It
delicious. I don't understand how it works, but it's like a liquidy chocolate gold, and as soon as
Yeah.
it touches something cold, it freezes instantly and is rock solid.
Did you ever do that and hot fudge?
Oh,
Right.
You're talking dirty, girl. I know.
You know what I mean?
You're getting
'Cause
crazy.
that hot fudge is good. It's nice to have something hot in
You're
there with your
getting
cold.
You're getting crazy.
It's good.
If you could have dinner with anybody, who would it be?
That's one of my favorite scholars right now that I'm following is Feminista Jones or Dr. Michelle Taylor. I'd love to have dinner with her.
Ooh, I don't know these people. What's their? Is it a linguist background?
No, she's like a film and women and gender studies and Afrocentric. But she organized a bunch of the Colin Kaepernick protests,
Oh,
the
okay.
moment of silence. I don't remember the year, so I'm just not going to say it. But she is like a really big activist and social organizer that I've just been following for a while.
Okay.
And it's not my field at all, but it's something that I just read about in my personal time to
Yeah.
keep abreast of. I think dinner with her would be great.
Dinner would be pretty awesome. What about? What's your biggest struggle currently in the music world? What are you struggling with most, and how can we put something out into the world to get it back? Some positivity.
Being worth tickets.
Being worth
you
tickets?
Know, getting money, getting people in the door, getting tickets. getting better shows.
Okay.
You know?
How is that currently, like, how do you currently go about booking
I send
gigs?
emails or I send Instagram messages. You know, I just do it. I just cast a wide net and hope for the best.
There you go.
You know?
Do you know about Music Mixer and Jam, the two organizations that I mentioned earlier?
I've heard of Jam, and I've gone to a couple of their events. Yep. I don't know what Music Mixer is.
There's Austin Music Love is another great organization. AML is doing some stuff with artists and trying to help with bookings and getting people into spaces they don't currently play in. It's just a weird, it's a weird industry. Entertainment's just very nepotistic, and you got to like know somebody. There's a lot of gatekeepers. So.
Well, and I was in grad school for a while, so this is me getting back. You know, and I've had all sorts of personal issues. So this is me getting back into it. So
Well,
that's
wait.
just
How
my
long have
biggest
you?
struggle.
How long have you been back into it now?
A couple years.
Okay.
But you know, really hitting it hard as I can now. So I went on that tour because I record at home, and the problem with that is it's really good, but you can just keep redoing everything over and over again with this illusion of perfectionism, right? Because it's not perfection. So I booked a tour to force myself to release a song.
That's
to release
great.
as much as I could, and it worked, and so I just have to keep doing that basically.
Is that something you struggle with in the music process? Is like knowing when to just let something lay and be done?
Yeah, because I can always make it better.
Right.
Always.
Isn't that like a constant trap you find yourself in with everything? Though?
Yeah.
I struggle with
So
that.
I'm
too.
working with that, you know, because I know when to stop writing a song, but recording is something newer to me. I've only been doing that for, you know, manning it all. I've been recording for too long. But really being in charge of all of it and being like the main producer and being the one who decides, yes, this is done for my own stuff is newer. So everything is a practice. And so it was like, okay, I'm woodshedding on this way too much.
Are you? Do you have an album out currently? Is there an EP? I think I put your Spotify in the description.
Oh yeah, I've got 2 full-length records out, and I released an EP last summer, and then I just released a single a couple weeks ago.
Your music's great. I
Thank you.
really like your music. It's really good. It's like spooky and beautiful and like haunting in the best kind of way. And
Thank you.
It's fun. And like that song, this guitar is a really fun song.
Thank you.
Everything's been great. One more goofy question: would you rather be invisible or be able to fly?
I'm scared of heights, so I'm gonna go with invisible.
All right. Well, would you still be scared of heights if you could fly though? I feel like you would get over that pretty quickly.
Maybe, and like invisibility is kind of weird for someone who's trying to make money performing.
Right? Yeah.
So maybe
we got to get you into the
maybe
fly category.
flying, but I would probably only fly to save myself when I'm falling, right? Because I just don't like heights. But that's
Right.
okay. I can use it. I can use my power however I want. However I want. I'm in charge.
Now, 100%. There's no reason to be afraid of falling anymore because you
If
can
I
fly.
can fly, yeah.
It would be incredibly handy just to be able to like we see like a long flight of stairs. You can just like toss yourself off that and not
That would
have
be
to
really
walk.
nice.
It would be so nice.
Getting home too with all this gear.
Oh, it'd be so nice.
Uber schmoober. I'm gonna fly home.
I'm flying home, people.
am.
All right, so the next couple songs here. What do you have for us? What are songs 5 and 6?
5 is a song called Captain Swing. I wrote it out of some threatening letters that were written to landlords in the 1830s, like Luddites times.
Oh, wow.
Some very, very polite, threatening letters written by radical cobblers. And then Patron Saint of the Working Poor is a song that I wrote about a woman who died in 2014. Well, I'll tell you that right before it because it's jump around. But Patron Saint of the Working Poor is what it's called.
Also, Radical Cobblers, great name for an album.
Right?
Or a band.
Or a band, Sugar Ransom and the Radical Cobblers.
There you go. All right, I'll zip it over to you whenever you're ready.
Name is written on the list of the worst ever lived. Gentlemen, it's time to make your wills. You've shown yourselves to be people's enemy, but their machine got nothing on me. Ain't no rage in a wheelbarrow spoke. Not spiteful night or bold, no, that machine got nothing on me. Still I bring regards from Captain Swing. You've shown yourselves to be the people's enemy. Revenge for these on the way. Rise a poor man's wages, or we shall commence our labors, and that's tied on behalf of the whole Captain Swing. No range in a wheel or spoke, not a spiteful nut or bolt. No, that machine got nothing on me. Still I regard. This is your final notice from Captain Swing. So Maria Fernandez worked at technically had four separate part-time jobs, all at different Dunkin' Donuts locations, adding up to full-time to keep her from having benefits. But she often would be late if she couldn't make it. She lived in New Jersey, and if there was traffic or whatever, she had to stop for gas, she would be late and get in trouble, even though she's going from one location to another of the same company. So she started carrying a can of gas in her car so she could just pull over real quick and gas up. One day she did have some extra time, and so she pulled over and took a nap. And unbeknownst to her, that can had tipped over, and she died in her sleep. We've all been running on borrowed time, but you've been running on fumes. Now what fueled you has destroyed you. Now what grew has become tombs. 4 part-time jobs and a full-time dirge life had you always spent. Now your rust is in your shower. Now your waste is in your rent. Oh, Maria, patron saint of the working poor. Oh, Maria, keep us safe from needing more. Got a gas can in the back of the car. Tank only goes so far. At the stoplight, striking matches, hoping something finally sparks. A single match can take it down, all that you wouldn't sure. And the rats step over and around, all that will not endure. Oh, Maria, patron saint of the working poor. Oh, Maria, keep us safe from safe from needing more.
Yeah! I genuinely love the stories you tell before you play the
Thank you.
songs. What are all those stories true, or is that just like a rambling thing that
No, that's all true.
that was all true?
Yeah.
God, it's wild.
Yeah.
How did you learn about this story? Just through your readings, or was it something that you heard about?
I saw it in the news in 2014, and it really haunted me.
Wow.
Until I wrote a song. So I wrote a song about it. And, I wanted to honor her and saint her because I sainted her.
That's beautiful.
Which I have no right to do, but
Well, I
but
mean,
also she shouldn't be dead.
there is, yeah. I think it's beautiful. You're a very talented guitar player. I like how you kind of swim up and down the fret. It's like very unique, but you really are comfortable with that. You say you've been playing it for a long time.
Yeah, yeah, and I over the pandemic, I started really just expanding my different styles because when in that troubled teen home, the group home, we couldn't have picks, so I actually taught myself, and I was only fingerstyle for a very long time.
Oh, wow.
And I would sometimes use a pick, but I didn't really like how it sounded. I didn't really like just sort of sweet picking, and I don't know, nothing really was. So I just stayed where I was and did that. And I was also working, I used to work as a line cook between gigs, so I didn't have a ton of time. But during COVID, I was like, just started really messing around more on the guitar and exploring more, and started playing with a pick and learning all different picking styles with an actual pick and stuff like that, and expanding. And now sometimes I'll do both in one song, switch it out.
It's great. Yeah, it's
really fun, and it's been really fun for me to expand and stuff like that.
How would you summarize your genre of music? Because it's like there's some 50s, 60s vibes in there and some current stuff. It's really great.
I just say indie rock because I don't know what else.
It's indie.
Because it's indie rock, and there's some rock and roll, and there's some folk stuff. Yeah, I try to have a good enough description to get booked, and then show up and do whatever this is.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. I really genuinely love your music. It's really good.
Thank you.
Having a blast doing this. One more thing before we get to the last song. If you could put it out into the world to get it back, right? Coming on a show like this, how can we help you? How can this help you get other things that you're looking to get?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to get these recordings. Some of these songs are not recorded, so it'll be a good
great.
Example. And a lot of, I've done a lot of gigs where I was just doing acoustics, so this whole pedal board, this is a good representation of the tour that I just went on. A lot of these songs are from the set that I was doing on that tour, so this is just helpful documenting, so I have it. And, anyone who's into this, just find me on. I'm on all of the social medias. I have a website, a Patreon, sugarransom.com. Yeah.
I think I put all that stuff in the description. So if you're not, are you Spotify, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, I got all that in there.
Those,
Yeah, please go and follow her on Spotify if you're looking to get a hold of her. You know how to do that through her website. I'll make sure your website information's up there. I don't think I put that in the description.
Yeah, it's sugarransom.com, real easy.
And then where does the name Sugar Ransom come from? I forgot to ask you that.
So that was originally going to be the title of a 2-part EP. That was Turbinado Run, Sugar Ransom, and that was going to be an EP that was about the transatlantic slave trade. Real light stuff.
Very light topics. Yeah.
But then Sugar Ransom started seeming more and more like a name, and a lot of the sort of, I studied transatlantic history. I was a linguist, but that was one of my minor areas of interest, was just the story of how the United States came to be. A lot of, sugar literally, and ransom as the price that you pay for a person's life. And so a lot of the stories that I tell are coming to terms with that.
Oh, wow.
And, present and, more recent past and further past and stuff like that. But it just, it started sounding like a name, Sugar Ransom, like this outlaw country kind of name. And I went with it.
I love it. Last question, because I forgot to ask you earlier. Dollar Bin Darlin'. You said there was another name for it.
Oh, the devil doesn't want your soul.
Oh, okay.
That's what everyone refers to it as, but I like Dollar Bin Darlin'. Because I don't like giving it away right away.
Yeah, I get it.
Hide it.
That's that song's a lot of fun.
Secret.
Song's a lot of fun. All right, last song for the evening. What do you have for us?
This is the single that I just dropped, and this is actually a strike song. And it's about the wage gap. So if you're not aware, there's a wage gap based on gender and a wage gap based on race. So white women get paid less than white men, but women of color, indigenous women get paid even less than white women. And I mean, for the exact same job, and I find it unacceptable for myself and for others. So the song is called Another Day, Another 73 Cents. And it's my dream that people will sing it as they walk out of their jobs on strike. Because it's a good strike song for anyone who wants a raise, but I built into it this idea of equal pay. Same job, same pay.
Hell yeah.
'Cause
All
I
right.
think we all deserve that.
Another day and another 73 cents. Great. Okay. All right. Over to you whenever you are ready.
Give us a raise. Give us a raise. I'll be right here. Best of mine. If we can't even talk, you know I'll have to walk. Give us a raise, a living wage, a living wage, a living wage. The work that I did stands up to hear. You know you hold the cards. I'm working twice as hard. A living wage and equal pay. Equal pay, equal pay, hour for hour, day by day. Our work is with our hands. I know you understand. Equal work for equal pay. So we all can move up higher, cross the water through the fire, starting today. Give us a raise.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much for
Oh,
coming
thank
in.
you.
This is great. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your music and your passion with us and your love and your stories and just everything. I absolutely love your music.
Thanks y'all for having me and listening.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, absolutely. This is a lot of fun. Thank you again to the fantastic Craig Bowen for
Yes,
hanging
thank
out
you,
with us.
Craig.
Yeah, absolutely. And be sure to check us out. And thank you, actually, what am I saying? Thank you to the lovely audience for giving us their Saturday night. Thank you guys for watching at home, live, or after the fact. Be sure to check us out for another episode of Local Sets ATX. We will see you on the internet. Good night, everybody. Thank you, guys. Yeah, very nice. Yeah. All right, I'm going to